Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a trip down memory lane to revisit a classic Wheel of Fortune episode. We're going all the way back to November 25th, 2015, for a Thanksgiving Eve special that was full of excitement, big wins, and of course some head-scratching puzzle moments. So grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's spin it. Our contestants for the evening were Heather, a legal secretary from right here in Southern California; Julian, a real estate agent from New Jersey; and Matt, a college student from Pennsylvania. Pat and Vanna were in great spirits, ready to give away some serious cash and prizes just in time for the holidays. The first toss-up puzzle was under the category "What are you doing?" The letters started popping up and Matt buzzed in lightning fast to solve watching a parade. A perfect start for the college student. Banking a quick $1,000 and getting the first interview with Pat, he shared his plans to study abroad, which made everyone root for him to win big. Now, for our first main round. The category was same letter. This is always a fun one. The board had 4 words, all starting with the same letter. The prize on the wheel for this round was a trip to the beautiful island of Antigua, valued at over $6,000. Heather got the first spin and landed on a respectable $700, picking up an S. She kept her momentum, finding more consonants and buying a few vowels. The puzzle started to take shape. S, blanc, 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 blanc. But then, disaster struck. She landed on bankrupt, losing her turn and her accumulated cash. Tough break for Heather. Julian, the real estate agent, took his first spin. He was cautious but managed to rack up some cash before deciding to solve. Confidently announced, "Spicy shrimp, scampi skewers," and he was absolutely right. A delicious-sounding puzzle that earned him a nice chunk of change to get on the board. Next up was the mystery round. Remember how these work? You land on a mystery wedge, and you can either take the guaranteed $1,000 per letter or risk it for what S on the back. It could be $10,000 or it could be a bankrupt. High risk, high reward. The category was before and after. Matt started this round off, and he was on a roll. He landed on the mystery wedge right away with his first spin. He found a T. Pat asked him that fateful question, "Do you want to flip it?" You could see the gears turning in his head. $1,000 is nice, but $10,000 is life-changing. He decided to go for it. Pat flipped the wedge over, and $10,000. The crowd went wild. Matt was ecstatic. He now had a $10,000 prize wedge, but he had to solve the puzzle to keep it. He smartly bought some vowels, revealing more of the board. The puzzle looked tricky, but Matt was focused. After finding a few more key consonants, he pieced it together. He solved Tom Hanks for the memories, a brilliant solve combining the famous actor with the classic phrase. With that, Matt's total shot up, putting him in a commanding lead. Now it was time for the prize puzzle round, where the winner gets a fantastic trip along with their cash winnings. The category was phrase. Heather was determined to make a comeback after her earlier bankrupt. She started strong, picking up the wild card on her first spin. She found some crucial letters, building her bank. Julian and Matt had their turns, but the puzzle remained unsolved. It came back to Heather. She had the wild card, a good amount of cash, and a clear view of the puzzle. The letters on the board were spelling out something you definitely want to be doing. She solved it. "I'm having the time of my life." Correct. And for that, she won a trip to the Dominican Republic. A fantastic prize that put her right back in the game. The Thanksgiving spirit was definitely alive in the studio. We moved on to the third and final toss-up puzzle of the night worth $3,000. The category, food and drink. The letters appeared one by one. This time, it was Julian who buzzed in with the answer, cranberry sauce, a Thanksgiving staple. That added a sweet $3,000 to his total keeping the scores competitive as we headed into the final rounds of the main game. The scores heading into the next round were close. Matt was still in the lead, thanks to that huge mystery round win, but Heather's trip prize and Julian's consistent playing meant it was still anyone's game. The category for round 4 was living things. The speed-up bell hadn't rung yet, so the contestants were playing for big money on the wheel. Julian took control of this round. He spun confidently, landed on some high Daler values, and quickly uncovered the puzzle. He solved a flock of wild turkeys, another perfect puzzle for the Thanksgiving theme. Suddenly, the final bell rang, signaling the speed-up round. Pat gave the wheel one last spin for the night. The final puzzle value was set, and from then on, it was consonants for that amount and vowels for free. The category was thing, a one-word puzzle, which can sometimes be the trickiest. The letters started to fill in. Heather was up first. She called a T. Nope. Julian called an N. Nothing. It went to Matt. He called an R. Yes, there was an R. He thought for a moment and then solved it. Yearbook. That's it. Quick solve that added a little more to his already impressive total. And with that, the main game was over. The college student was our big winner and was heading to the bonus round. His final total before the bonus was an amazing $24,350 in cash and prizes. It's an incredible performance. Julian and Heather didn't leave empty-handed either, with Julian taking home over $7,000 and Heather winning that amazing trip to the Dominican Republic. Now for the grand finale, the bonus round. Matt had a chance to win even more. He gave the smaller bonus wheel a mighty spin, and it landed on the E in Americas. Pat took the envelope and tucked it away. The final puzzle category for the night was, "What are you doing?" Matt looked a little nervous, but ready for the challenge. Pat revealed the standard bonus round letters, R, S, T, L, N, and E. The puzzle board lit up, showing a few key letters. It was a 3-word phrase. Blanky-engy, blanky-engy, blank and blank. Matt then got to choose his 3 additional consonants and 1 vowel. He chose H, G, P, and O, a very strategic choice. The board updated. The first word was now revealed, Pi-enchi-anji, the puzzle read, pointing at the moon. The 10-second timer started. The studio was silent. Matt stared intently at the board, pointing at the moon, ... Pointing at the ... he was saying it out loud, trying to jog his memory. The seconds ticked away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ... buzz. Time was up. Couldn't quite get it. Pat opened the envelope to reveal what he would have won. $33,000. So close. The audience let out a collective groan of sympathy. Pat revealed the correct answer was pointing at the map. A tricky one for sure. Even though he didn't win the bonus, Matt still walked away as a huge champion with over $24,000. What a fantastic game for him. It was a wonderful Thanksgiving Eve episode filled with great puzzles, big wins, and holiday cheer. And that's a wrap on our look back at the Wheel of Fortune episode from November 25th, 2015. What was your favorite moment? Did you solve the bonus puzzle? Let me know down in the comments. It's always fun to revisit these classic games. Thanks so much for watching with me today. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more classic game show recaps. Till next time, take care.